Hey everyone, it's our channel's 4th birthday, so Q&A questions.
The Incredible Hibby asks, let's see here. Ripping or tearing?
Tearing. It sounds nice and visceral, and you can do that to people with huge guts.
You can.
Devil on Your Shoulder asks, what is your favourite so bad it's good movie? TV show, video game, book, Games Workshop product, etc.?
Well, long-time viewers of the channel will probably be aware that I'm really into giant monster movies, so bad it's good stuff. Probably everything from the Godzilla series in like the 60s or anything from Gamera pre-90s. I love them all, and they're all terrible, so I guess that counts.
I'd probably say the Doom movie, because it's the fucking Doom movie. It's got Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it.
It is pretty bad.
It's so bad that it's perfect.
Connor Huffine asks, what is your greatest strength in battle?
I come from a long line of heavy-set women that kill chickens with their bare hands, so there's that. Also, I tend to run screaming into battle directly at the person I want dead, which is kind of my greatest strength and my greatest weakness, I suppose.
I guess mine would be my pacifism. It confuses the hell out of your enemies.
The Lorax 3 asks, if you had to pledge yourself to a Chaos God, which one would you choose?
I'm not going to say Malal, even though I really want to say Malal.
Everyone wants to be Malal, really.
Really? I guess I'm probably going to go for Korn, because, yeah, he's kind of a cool guy.
He's a pretty cool guy.
I get to have bunny ears, and if I want I can have like one really ripped arm out, because that's completely okay within the fashion sense of Korn's followers.
Have you seen some of the really old Korn Berserker models where they have like one leg out? It's like Angelina Jolie's leg. It's kind of terrifying.
I'm literally gonna do that. I'm just gonna have one leg, like bare on everything, because Korn. What about you?
I guess realistically, Zinch is probably.
Zinch? You one of those fucking assholes, are you?
Yeah, just as planned and all that.
Oh, you bastard.
Askamuski asks, where's our fire support?
Okay, I guess we have actually been neglecting the members of our audience that are fire, that are legitimate fire.
We need to support those members of the audience.
We do, because it's like, we're not really appealing to them as like a demographic, and they are here and we need to start acknowledging them.
Okay, if you are sentient fire and watch this channel, then we are here for you, don't worry.
It's okay, we will support you in any way we can.
Manta Ray asks, are you guys going to make a page or something that we can post our art for you guys?
If you want to post anything to us, then we do have a Facebook and a Twitter, which I'll put the links on screen somewhere now.
On the bottom,
maybe
probably.
Down here, probably.
Or maybe on the side?
No, not on the side.
No, okay, on the bottom.
Yeah, on the bottom. So if you want to send us anything that you've done, then send it there. We'd love to see it.
Hema asks, Wib, if you could be a 40k orc, what kind of orc would you like to be?
Well, I guess considering all the custom things I made for my orc army, I guess I'd have to say a big mech.
Not a weird boy.
Not a weird boy, no. I'm not very weird.
They're beautiful.
Wow. What would you be?
Me? I'd be a weird boy.
You sure you wouldn't be a mad boy?
Ooh.
Running around with like a bucket full of squids or whatever it is they wield into battle.
I'd probably just be a bomb squig. Because I'm little, I've got a lot of teeth, and I tend to just run into people's houses and ruin their fucking days.
Also, you're adorable!
Aww. Shucks.
Heresy asks, are you guys going to show us any more of your 40k armies? Wib's orcs were really cool. Oh, also, Wib should name his Terminator orcs the Deathwing.
We are planning on doing another video on my army, but I need to finish painting the bastards first. Because Wib here is Dick.
What, because I've mostly finished painting my army?
Yes, whereas I have not, and I'm like, it's hard.
In fairness, I could show my other Deathwing army that is half painted as well, so...
You have painted 2 fucking armies, and I don't care if it's a ridiculously high point army, so there's like next to no units, it's still like making me look like a shit. So, the answer is, yes, you will be seeing more of our armies, just, maybe not quite yet. What about your Deathwing boss?
Oh yeah, I do occasionally refer to them as a Deathwing, yes.
Benison the Assassin asks, how do Space Wolf?
Kinda like that.
But in space.
Vietnam Flashback asks, do you guys mind if I make a Planetside 2 regiment about you guys?
Yeah, go for it. We've got no problem with that. If there's any interesting stories or any stories at all that happen, feel free to let us know. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Plasma Dragon 2000 asks, what efforts towards the channel are you most proud of yourself for improving this year since last? Feel free to mention what you think still needs attention and work, if you'd like.
Whew. Well, I'd say like with editing and writing and all that kind of stuff, I think we are getting better with that, just mainly because we're doing it more.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the last year we've only done like 3 of the scripted review things, but I think that kind of side of it, I think that's the stuff that's the most noticeably improved.
Yeah, because every scripted video, at least in my opinion, gets noticeably better, like as you progress.
Whereas
we've
like,
actually started figuring out how to do that.
Yeah, whereas like our regular Snipe and Wib play videos, like, I mean, I guess we improve, but I think the problem with those is that because we do one every single week, it's really hard to tell when there's an improvement.
Yeah.
Because it's only, I only even like those videos, like, when I go back and watch them again, like, after 6 months, and go, oh, that was actually quite funny, because at the time I was just, quick, we need to get this edited, because we forgot to record until Tuesday night.
Yeah. As for things we want to improve, I guess my demeanor when streaming. Not that I'm like actively screaming at people, but like I want to be less like socially anxious and a little bit more friendly and accommodating because everyone's so lovely. And I want to continue to be the most loveliest I can be, which is the most Miss fucking America question answer I've ever given. And sorry I made you listen to that with your own fucking ears.
You just want to be happy and nice for everybody so that they can be happy and nice.
I wish I could bake a pie filled with rainbows and smiles so we could all be happy.
Peter Barrett asks, since starting YouTube, have you had a favourite moment or video from your own content?
I'd probably say my favourite video we've done is the Ultramarines review. Like, I really quite like that one. Also, it's really fucking long and took ages, and I didn't automatically hate it after finishing editing that, so that's usually a good sign. What's your favourite one?
I like the Inquisitor review. It's fun. Also, no one will ever be able to see it again. Our drunk stream was really fun on my birthday. When you drank my vodka and you got completely smashed.
I did.
You got cropped
yes.
off your ass and got really sappy and really adorable with the chat. You were like, oh my god, chat, I love you.
And then left the stream and threw up a lot.
Oh, it was so much throw up. But it was fun, I guess. Everyone else seemed to think it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm glad there's no footage of that.
Francisco and Kat ask, there's been talk of the need to add a new Xeno Race to 40k, as the last one was a Tau over 15 years ago. If you could design a new race for the game, what would it be like? What would you call it?
I would create a race of deep, kind of azure, kind of coloured creatures who are very good at close quarters combat from very far away. They'd basically have guns that fired their fists.
Okay.
I would call these the Blau.
Right.
Which is German for blue. Which in turn is because their skin is blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Fucking call me, GW. Fucking call me. What about you?
It's not really something I've invented, but I would really like to see them have a real go at making a 40k version of Skaven.
That would be
like
cool.
what the Hrud kind of used to be until they changed them.
Guardsman Bob asks, if Warhammer 40k was real and you could choose to be part of any faction, who would you pick and why?
I would be a member of the Inquisition because fuck everything. I want to be in charge and have limitless funds, and I want all of the firepower at my disposal, and I want big fucking ceramite-clad men following me around all day at my beck and fucking call, being there to be cool and explode people if I so wish. Also, I'd be a radical Inquisitor, so I'd be really cool.
You'd be skateboarding.
I'd be skateboarding, punching sharks,
Listening to Limp Bizkit.
Karsharadins, listening to Limp Bizkit, because that will be like some kind of like next level ancient hymn
Oh yeah.
in the 41st millennium. They're like rolling, 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 what?
Verily, break stuff. You see, what I want to be is probably irrelevant because, yeah, I'd probably end up as a guardsman and be eaten by a tyrannid.
Okay,
Because that's 40k for you.
yeah, I know, but this is like if we could be anything, you know, the most British thing imaginable, you turn around and go, I'll go be one of the guys who get eaten and fucking whatever.
It's...
Don't care. Work.
I think I'm just accepting my lot in life, you know?
Dr. Xanatos asks, how to attract a suitable mate?
You want to attract a mate? Well, I guess we're best ask our resident Australian.
Go to a bar, find a buy said a stubby, drink your stubby with this boom, you and the are now mates. Job's a fucking good one.
Red Wolf Rodolph asks, if an alien race contacted you before anyone else on Earth, what would you say to them about the rest of the human race?
Nuke it from orbit, it is the only way to be sure.
The Black Thingerson asks, what race in 40k do you guys dislike the most? In terms of aesthetic, lore or fluff, or just simply don't like to play against?
I guess in terms of lore, it would probably be the Grey Knights, because I've just never really liked how they're implemented in the canon at all. Like, I actually kind of like the way they are in the first Dawn of War, where they're just like a weird little add-on unit to a regular Space Marine force, because them being like a fully fledged chapter just feels kind of weird to me. Like, there's no way they'd be able to spread themselves far enough. That said, I really like the models, just don't like the fluff very much. Also, the Dread Knight can go fuck itself.
I gotta say Ultramarines, because they're so fucking boring. I know that's such a fashionable opinion to have. I'd say Eldar as well. I'm so fucking disinterested in them. Like, I know, like, I could sit here and say, like, oh, Space Elves, that's original, but I like Orcs. But the Orcs are fun because they're comic relief, whereas Eldar is kind of there and they're like shit Vulcans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just kind of like, there's nothing that really makes them zing for me, and I'm just kind of like, Dark Eldar at least have a thing. You know what I mean? They're just a bit vanilla for me.
All our opinions, don't be angry with us. Just in case you weren't aware, during the last Q&A, we sort of inadvertently gave birth to our own Space Marine chapter that's got like a wiki and everything that you guys have been contributing like lore for. So there's a few questions about that stuff, so here we go.
Aizen Game asks, of all the things the fans have put together for the Cardinal Archivists, what has been your favourite?
Okay, see, you're trying to make us pick a favourite here, and that's not gonna happen, because literally everything is perfect, and I love it, and it makes life worth living for me, so...
I guess I will mention the last thing that I read that really amused me, which was someone wrote in the Steam group the idea that the entire, like, a long time ago, they went out on a, relic finding hunt, and what they found was lots of aerosolized cheese, and they brought that back to the Fortress Monastery, and it's just sat there forever, and even though it keeps getting used as like a ration, more of it keeps appearing, and we don't know why.
It's basically tribbles in a can.
James Hanson asks, what is the most coveted relic that the chapter has ever recovered?
Well, I would have thought that would have been obvious.
Smirky asks, what was your reaction to having that character that Sexual Yeti drew once during a livestream being canon in the chapter?
So for the uninitiated, a little while back, Sexual Yeti, who's a friend of the channel, drew a picture for us of a anthropomorphized space wolf lady, and
wearing some armor.
Some.
Yes.
And she has somehow become canon in the chapter and has been named Freya.
It's a good name.
We're okay with it.
Yeah, we are fine with it.
Sexual Yeti asks, you want me to draw more of that wolf chick?
I mean, if you want, it's whatever, you know. It's cool.
Soul of Lemon asks, will the band's hiatus affect your channel, and in extension, the chapter?
Okay, for those of you who don't know, Wib and I are in a band together as well called Fighting Evil is Cool, and we are going on hiatus in a few months. And as for affecting the channel, it might do in a way that we probably won't have to cancel streams anymore because we're playing gigs.
Yeah, that's the main way it's going to affect it, is that we'll have a
Yeah.
little bit more time for things on the weekend. So that's really the only way. And then maybe we might, get back together with the band after a little while, and so then interrupted Saturday streams will become a thing again, I guess.
You're welcome.
DJ Killer Gnome Star asks, lore question, is Dicko a Chaos God?
I'd say Dicko's more of a chaos footstool. He's into that kind of thing, so I'm not being mean.
A weird dude asks, what do you see your channel becoming or so in the future?
Well, I mean, I guess it'd be nice if we ended up with more people watching the channel over time. That'd be nice, because as the channel's grown, it's sort of inspired us to try more and more things, which is why we've like started a podcast this year and where the reviews came from. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's all we can really hope for.
Yeah, just hopefully more people see it, more people like us, and we get better and do better things. Standard kind of stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Skeleton Man asks, what's your favourite hentai to watch as a couple?
The thing is, we're not really a couple that watches porn together. I mean, I think the last time we watched like a hentai, like a specific hentai together, was in a room full of 100 people and some that guy with the glasses folks.
True. Yes.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
That was Bible Black.
Yes, it was. But yeah, I mean, you're into that thing. More power to you. It's just not really a thing we're interested in.
I think we give the impression from the fact that our streams always devolve into sexual innuendo and
the
talking
most perverse conversations.
Yeah, and talking about weird porn, that we give the impression that we watch porn all the time.
No.
Whereas we're just very open about these things.
That's the thing. It's like we must look like the most overly sexed couple on YouTube, and we're just kind of like, no, we just have no fucking barriers. We don't give a shit. It must make us look like absolute deviants.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but the reality is we're just very boring people.
Hans William Hansen asks, how goes the shipping chart mentioned in the last stream? And who gets who in the divorce?
A little bit of backstory in this one. During one of our streams, we made a joke that we have ships for people in the chat. We're basically, we mentally pair them off together in couples. Also, we were joking about getting a divorce because we're married, in case you don't know, and splitting up chat members in the divorce.
Yeah,
so who gets who? Shipping wise, we are keeping our shipping manifest to ourselves. That is private and for us.
And for us alone.
And for us alone. We're not gonna be fucking sharing that anyway.
And for the who gets who in the divorce. Well, I think we arranged that we were going to make you guys fight, and then whoever wins.
Gladiatorial combat.
Yeah, it was like gladiatorial combat. I don't think we ever established what winning meant. If that meant that you get all the winners and I get all the losers, or
no, I think it's just.
I'm not sure.
Well, either way, we're gonna have a lot of fun watching people kill each other.
Either way, a lot of people gonna die.
Matthew Caleb Wilson asks, if you could make your own Warhammer 40k video game, what kind of game would it be? What faction would it focus on?
I think we've vaguely discussed this on a couple of occasions, but we'd really, really like a third-person action game based on the Space Wolves.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Or just like a 40k Dark Souls, something that's really dark and miserable and bleak.
Basically the Dawn of War 3 trailer, but as a game.
Yes, because the Dawn of War 3 trailer was fucking fantastic. And I want that as a game. So there we go.
Tickledorf the Slightly Off-White asks, if you are British and Australian, are you a potato and a shrimp? And if you are a potato, do you potate at a higher than usual potate other countries' potatoes?
Yes and yes.
Commissar Bro asks, do you have the secrets for staying fresh all summer long? Anything less than corn related is wrong.
See, what you want us to say is bathing in the blood of the innocents. But that's too easy, so we're not going to do that. What are we going to say instead?
Strawberries.
Strawberries.
12 of them. And thus concludes our Q&A.
And want to say thank you to everyone who gave us questions, and thank you to Drummer Matt and Dicka who gave us their voiceovers again. And I guess in general, just a really big thank you to all of you watching, just for watching really, and for just supporting the channel over this year and the years before. And also a really big thank you to the people who've supported us on Patreon, and to the people who've very, very kindly gifted us things throughout the year, because you've probably noticed that a lot of the videos start with us saying that someone gifted us this game. That really helps us, so thank you.
Thank you very much for all that. And what do we say? Bye!
on a bubbling bath. Left to stew while the other little lobsters get a look out through. Wait a minute, don't they have claws? Powerful enough to rip a tiger apart. Oh shit, fuck that. I want none of it. We'll boil all the oceans. Well,
Less of the finger guns.
Never let me do finger guns.